And Jeff and Spence Siegel have just completed their mission to visit every Major League baseball stadium and NBA arena together.
It's like my fantasy. What I want to do in my retirement. I'm so envious. It took them a decade to visit over 60 venues, and they're with us this morning to talk about their rather unique bonding experience.
Good morning.
Geez, he was just a twinkle in your eye when you decided this.
7 years old.
Wow. Why did you decide this?
Well, it began innocently enough as a couple of sports geeks out on the road just taking in ball games.
Right.
And over the years, it morphed into what we've come to call RelationTrips. And RelationTrips elevate the common road trip into a family adventure that begins weeks and sometimes months before you ever hit the road, and lasts weeks, sometimes months after you roll back into your driveway.
Spence, you don't think this is dorky at all, do you?
Well, no. I mean, 30 NBA arenas and 30 Major League ballparks is definitely quite the adventure.
But really, the relation trip begins with identifying a common interest between parents and their kids.
Yep.
For Spence and me, it was sports.
Sure.
They can be roller coasters, music, historical landmarks, food, really whatever lights a fire under your kids that you can then begin to build out and explore together.
What do your friends say about it?
They think it's really cool, and I mean, obviously, you know, you get to this point, and I'm going to go study sports communications in the fall, heading off to college, so I think, obviously, I hope this had something to do with it.
Did you always talk about sports or the game at hand when you were at one of these venues, or do you find, I mean, when you're filling these hours, I mean, this is where you're really bonding with your dad, right?
Absolutely, and a lot of it is on the road when you're talking and you're in the car and you're driving to your destination, but then there's also at the actual ballpark, we'll go around on the concourses, we'll look at the food options, we'll see what the entertainment experience is like, and it's everything in between along with the game.
Do you end up talking about things that you may not have talked about if you weren't spending all this time with your dad?
I mean, I don't know necessarily that I look at it that way. I look at it as once we get back from a road trip, we have weeks and months after that, and we reminisce about whatever happens on those trips. Oh, you remember this moment in Colorado? Do you remember this in California? Something like that, and these memories will last forever.
And I like to say that the open road is a tremendous place in which to connect with your kids. I say that uncomfortable or awkward silences tend to break down right around the 100-mile mark.